So, on today's video we'll be talking about this gun, which is not very good. But that is not the main concern, the main subject of this video, because the main topic of this video is explaining why I insist so much on using bad warframes, bad weapons, etc. So this is a Psylocke Prime, and it has the Incarnate mode on it, which means you need to be at least, I think it's MR13, and you need to have finished the main story, and you need to have completed the Saruman quest, and you need to have completed Viri, and you need to have Steel Path unlocked, and you need to wait till you find the Wicked Son, and you need to farm the materials, and you need to build a gun, and do the challenges, and after doing all that, thinking about the build, which might involve really expensive fucking arcanes that you might or might not have, and after all of that shit, people are expecting death for the enemies. And I mean, yes, it does kill them. Like, no shit, this is a late game build. Like, no shit, bro. No shit, Sherlock. If you hit the enemies on the head with a critical weapon that also has slash, viral, and hit, enemies die. Like, I didn't know. I didn't know that you could do that in this game. But it is, of course, really slow compared to other weapons. And another big problem is that if you get the Incarnate mode, you lose the slash, and the AoE is not even that good. So as you can see, it's doing less damage than it used to. It's also hell of a lot more satisfying to shoot, at least in my opinion, but that's besides the point. So that's why I said this weapon is bad. Because for how long you need to search for it, and to put the work in, for how long all that shit takes, it's not up to snuff with other guns that require the exact same amount of work, and sometimes even less, because the turret exists, and it's not a prime weapon. So you can put even less effort and get 100 times the result. Because in case you didn't know, what this fucking war crime of a gun does, let me show you, because this is not okay. It's already charged, and then the merciless starts going on, and yeah, it's you hear tick 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 tick. You hear more hit markers than on a 2009 Modern Warfare 2 no scope montage, and they just get fried. So yeah, that's what I mean when I say this weapon ain't very good, because it's not. However, the reason I use bad weapons is because I don't like burning out on games. Because I love Warframe. And I've left Warframe before. Because Warframe was in a really bad spot. But I still think to this day, that's what I told myself. When in reality, the actual reason I left this game is because I was just using the most broken, overpowered shit that there was available at that moment. So nothing was interesting to do. Like, did you find that interesting? It's fun from time to time, and sometimes you just need speed because you have shit to do in your life, because you cannot spend 8 hours a day grinding this game, and it's completely fair. That is completely fair. However, I've spent close to 3,000 hours on this game. So there's no reason for me to just destroy all the content the day it comes out. That's the reason I play solo most of the time, and that is the reason I test weapons the way that I do, because I want them to be usable, but I also like to have some challenge. That is the exact same reason why my Banshee build health tanks, but also needs to cast her 4, because I find that engaging. I need to pay attention. So I am playing the game, and the game is not playing itself. That is the reason I do the things that I do on this game. And that is also the reason, coming back to today's topic, why I love this gun. Because this gun, I mean, it's more than usable. Like, you don't even need the incarnate mode for it to work, because you can just... Forgot to swap the weapon. I mean, it does some damage. Like, if you hit headshots, people die. And I have some punch through going on this thing, so you can hit more than one. And it does really big slashes. And I also really enjoy the fact that it rewards you for doing headshots. Because I play a lot of shooters. And I've recently came back to Tarkov, which is my favorite fucking game ever. And I've, let me tell you something. The fact that I've been using this weapon and the plinks, mwah, I was hitting everything for the last 3 days in Tarkov. And that's because I forced myself to use something that requires some, I'm not gonna say skill, but requires some attention besides... I can hear them cooking, so they must be dying. Okay, they're not, no enemies here. Okay, I can hear the, I can hear the, yeah. Hit markers going on. Oh, shit. Oh, wait, they're all fucking dead. Oh, like literally, like you don't even need to see. So yeah, that's the reason I use weapons like this, because they're really fun. They're really fun to actually use the mechanics in the game. Like, imagine aiming at someone to the head and having to move your mouse around and engaging with the mechanics. And that is the reason I use bad guns. Bad guns, they're perfectly serviceable. Because they're fun. There's no other reason. It's because they're fucking fun. And again, if you don't play 24/7, you should probably prolong as long as possible the fun that you can have on this game. So just play something of meta. Just play something of meta and have fun. And yeah, that's the main subject of this video. And also, of course, you can think, you can go besides monkey brain goes ooh, ooh, whenever you hit a headshot, and you can use the Warframe that you have probably spent too much forma in. Because why do you want a Warframe that kills everything and also a gun that kills everything? Why not just combine a weapon that kinda kills everything with a Warframe that can help it kill even more? Use the mechanics in the game. That sounds fun, doesn't it? So, a lot of you have already seen my Banshee build, so you know what's coming. And now, suddenly that AoE isn't that bad, isn't it? And holy shit, I had to press more than one button? God damn, imagine that! And now this weapon is looking pretty good. And of course, you could do the exact same thing, even faster and more efficiently with Alex Prime, which I have, and I use from time to time. Or if I need to grind the Steel Pass circuit in like 3 hours, and they offer me the legs, hell yeah, I'm getting the legs. I am getting the legs. But if I'm just doing an Archon hunt by myself or something, those missions become really interesting whenever you're not just destroying everything. And you engage with the game. So that is the reason I like this piece of a shit gun. Because it's fun. And, of course, Now that the lecture is over, let me go over the build really quickly. So evolutions, of course you need to choose 0 because there's no other choice here. I like this one because it's the one that is gonna give you the most damage on my playstyle, which is always going for headshots, so that's the reason I'm using it. You could absolutely use this one if you feel less confident hitting headshots, because the game is gonna reward you for being fucking bad at the game because you use all your ammo. So you could just do that, but I use this. On the third evolution, I use this because it synergizes really well with the fact that I'm trying to hit every single headshot. That is the reason, but I mean, 50 reload speed on a gun that has such a small magazine, perfectly good. Like, just use it if you want. Or maybe you don't want to reload, you just want to keep shooting. This is also really good. Like, this is absolutely to taste, but this works better on my playstyle. And let's say I've tried the other two, and for my build, this is the one that does the most damage. Because it's a crit weapon, and you could probably find a better build using Survivor Sets or Fatal Affliction. You could absolutely do that. And I might want to try this mixed with the status galvanized mod and do a status build. Sounds fun. Why not? But for now, this is my build. It's just a standard crit build. What do you want me to tell you? You can use galvanized crosshairs, but it doesn't get that easily to the next tier of crit. So I just don't use it. And it would use this slot, which I think it's way more useful to have on Seeker, so you patch the vulnerabilities that single target weapons have, because you can kill a whole row of normal enemies with this thing, and the rest is just what you would expect. It's just multi-shot and viral and crit damage and hit damage, and this is to taste because I like to be speedy in games. But you can use here just whatever you want. The only weird part about my build is this. I've used the headshot mod. It's good. It's good, but this stacks surprisingly fast. I know people use Cascadia Flare on weapons that can stack it really quickly, like the Kubanuko or the Atomos or anything like that, and it makes sense because you just shoot an enemy and it's almost instantly charged. But the reason I enjoy this, it is because 10 seconds, it's a long time, and the condition to trigger it, it's just shooting at someone, because you shoot at someone, you proc hit instantly, so you don't need to worry about headshots whenever you're charging the arcane. That's the reason I use that. And of course, Merciless is horse shit on a weapon that kills so slowly at the beginning and that needs to reload and that has such a small magazine. But let's take a look at the arcane. 36% already. One magazine, you're half of the charge. And we are at max. 2 magazines. Like, it doesn't take a long time, and you can just forget about it. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, you just shoot an enemy and hit will most surely proc with this build. So yeah, you just keep it going. You don't need to worry about anything. I think it's still proccing right. You don't need to make... Yeah, it's still going. So yeah, that is the Psylocke video and the Fun Guns video. Also, important to keep in mind, this weapon behaves like the Tigris, which means one click goes boom. Whenever you release the click, it goes boom again. So that's something to bear in mind. If you just want to hit both of them really fast, you need to click extra quick. And it will feel like just one shot, which isn't really fair on your mouse because you're gonna treat it really badly. But yeah, and you could also, of course, against weaker enemies, you could just headshot, 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 and it feels really good to transfer headshots between enemies. Yeah, it's just pretty much that. That's the video, and welcome to the new formula. Because something obviously changed between last video and today's video, and we are not gonna talk about it. Have a nice one, boys, and see you on the next one. Bye.